Welcome to a code report video where we are ranking REPLs, specifically array language REPLs, the 6 we mentioned in our last video, the state of array languages in 2026. So in first place is Uiua Pad, in a close second is BQNPAD, then CAP in third, then tied for fourth are the JPlayground and TryAPL, and in last place TinyAPL, which can be forgiven. It's just a single individual Madeline working on it. And we are going to be ranking these 6 REPLs across 5 criteria. There's 7 columns, but the last 2, one of them is just a personal preference. I prefer to minimize reaching for my mouse as much as possible. So any of the features of these sites that enables that, I like. And then the last column is for informational purposes only. It is the keyboard shortcut to get to the last line that was typed. So in Uiua Pad, this doesn't matter because you kind of treat it like a code editor. BQNPAD, if you have live preview on, is also roughly the same. In CAP, it just auto-copies your last result. JPlayground, TryAPL, and TinyAPL are playing a cruel joke where it is a subset of Control Shift and up. So JPlayground, it's Control Shift up, TryAPL is Control up, and TinyAPL is Shift up. So let's go to Uiua Pad, which is number 1 in terms of the REPLs or code editors. So we have the syntax highlighting, which is the first column. It's got fantastic syntax highlighting, which makes it easier for the eyes to parse. But not only that, it gives you information. So the green is for monadic functions, the blue is for dyadic functions, and also too, the first 2 sets of green and blue, or the first set of green and blue, are the pervasive functions, and the second set of green and blue are the array functions. On top of that, the 1 modifiers are in yellow and the 2 modifiers are in purple, and then there are a couple other colors, red for the random function, etc. So that is just the syntax highlighting. As you saw, the second column is tooltips. So Uiua by far has the nicest tooltips. They're very nicely formatted with the font that you choose, and they're really nice. On top of that, I believe the second last column is access to docs. So if you control click on any of these primitives, the next tab that opens is that primitive with the documentation. Pretty fantastic. On top of that, the third criteria is the alternative input method, which typically refers to the default being the key mapping. Well, Uiua doesn't have key mapping, so the alternative is just the default, which is this prefix word completion. So you can see here, if we want to do an outer product, which is called table in Uiua, we can type TA, and as soon as you get the prefix that matches your function, it will, or modifier in this case, it will change colors, which is a lovely touch. So we do this, we get table, but we also need to add a binary operation in multiplies and then type self. You note here, it goes to blue, which is a dyadic function, but we're looking for the 1 modifier. So we need to type the F here, we do this, and we're good to go. Very, very nice. I already mentioned the access to the docs and the access to the key map, which is in the last 2 columns. We don't need because we're just typing ASCII characters here. Those are the 5 criteria, but on top of that, Uiua Pad has a ton of really nice features. So if you have comments, people have probably seen me do this before, and we type in range 10 and we put another comment, it will align these comments after formatting, which is such a nice touch. On top of that, the first comment in the Uiua Pad, if we skip out of full screen mode, becomes the title of the tab, which is very, very nice. And there's a bunch of other things. It tests your unit tests if they're here in the file. A lot of thought and care Kai has put into Uiua Pad. It's fantastic. It's why it's number 1. Let's move over to BQNPAD. So similar to Uiua Pad, we have syntax highlighting, which is very nice. After that, we have tooltips as well. They're not as nice as the Uiua Pad ones, but you know, they're still there, so that's fantastic. On top of that, we also have the control click to go to docs, which is fantastic. Alternative input method, BQN does have. So if you hit control space, it'll pop up this. And so if we want to get our outer product or table, you do need to know the name of it, which is table here. But if you have the correct name, you can put the plus here, and then we can put the self here. Fantastic. It's the backslash in order to use the key mappings. And that's the first 3 criteria. The other are access to docs and access to key maps. So we already mentioned access to docs via control clicking, and we have the access to the key map here, which is fantastic. I just noticed the other day that iota and the format and eval functions were here, but as it says, that these were only here for historical and speculative reasons, but were never implemented. But there was a potential future where BQN had IOTA back to BQNPAD. So nice access to docs, nice access to the key mappings. And that's why Uiua and BQNPAD are in first and second place. They enable, with Uiua's formatting to Unicode characters and BQN's control space alternative input method, they're the best in terms of not having to reach for your mouse. If you need to go to the full documentation, then obviously you're still going to have to use your mouse. And if you can't remember or you don't know the name, if you're coming from APL and you think it's called outer product and you don't realize it's called table, you are going to have to go and hover around to see if you can find what you're looking for, or go to BQN Crate or something like that. But Uiua, BQN, first and second. Let's move on to third place, which is CAP. So CAP is less developed, but it is still quite nice for a REPL developed by a single individual. So you can see here, enter to evaluate, and it copies your results, so you don't need to worry about dragging this along. But the nice things that I realized is that if you hit backtick, which is the key you use for the key mappings, it gives you the keyboard shortcuts underneath the primitive or glyph bar at the top of the screen, which is really nice. And on top of that, it has control space. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the correct names of these functions yet, so it's kind of hard to name match, but I'm sure that will be fixed in the future. And it doesn't have syntax highlighting. It doesn't have great access to the docs, so a couple things missing. But other than that, it's still pretty good. We can do our outer product, and very nicely, we have an outer product operator in a single glyph, which APL does not have. Very nice. Moving on to our tied for fourth place REPLs, TryAPL and JPlayground. So TryAPL is basically missing everything. They don't have syntax highlighting. They do have tooltips, but they're not great. Depending on the one that you hover on, it's got sometimes just the name and the key mapping, sometimes more. On top of that, they don't have control-click access to the docs. They don't have access to the key mappings, and they also don't have an alternative input method. That being said, this is the OG of REPLs. I believe this is the first online array language REPL that ever existed. It's how I ended up discovering array languages and fell in love with them. So we must respect our elders. That being said, it's not as nice as Uiua Pad or BQNPAD or even some of the newer editors like CAP. And for consistency's sake, we will do the outer product example. As I mentioned, CAP has the single glyphed outer product, whereas APL does not, but still pretty nice. Moving on to tied for fourth place, JPlayground. JPlayground has basically a lot of the same issues as TryAPL, other than the fact that it's an ASCII-based language, so we don't really need a key mapping. If you do go to links, it does have a hyperlink to the NUVOC, which is great documentation, but it doesn't have syntax highlighting. It doesn't need access to a key mapping. It could actually still benefit from an alternative input method, but it is an online REPL, so that's nice. And for consistency, we can do our outer product example. There we are. So J tied for fourth place with TryAPL, which brings us to last place, our TinyAPL online REPL. This one is missing the most, but it still has the basics of what we need. So we don't have tooltip info on this graphic, but it is the key mappings that we need. Note that sometimes there are upwards of 4 symbols mapped to a single key. We do have tooltips on these symbols above, so that's great if you need to click in order to get these. Shift up gets us back. So this is the tricky part. I know we have outer product in CAP, outer product in APL, table in BQN, and table in Uiua. The question is, what glyph does TinyAPL use? Backtick shift key gets me the outer product in CAP, and this is clearly not outer product. This looks to be key. And table exists in BQN as \4. So if we try backtick 4, that doesn't get it to us. If we do backtick shift 4, that doesn't get it to us. So then we basically just have to visually look around. Do we see the outer product from CAP or the table from BQN or Uiua. And if we scan long enough, we do see the table glyph from Uiua. And so if we hover over this, it says backtick T, which makes sense. And there we go, folks. So even though it took a second to find, we were still able to do it. But this is kind of my complaints across TryAPL and TinyAPL, is that the discoverability of these glyphs is not the best. And you kind of need to do hovering over some tooltip info. There's not a great way to search unless if you have to go to the docs. And in order to go to the docs, you got to go to a different site. And so this whole video is a teaser for something I've been working on, something I've been cooking, and I hope to have it released in the next week. Expect a video 1 week from today announcing what I hope to be one REPL to rule them all, folks. Until then, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. If you have thoughts, comments, questions, or tips about how to use these REPLs, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below, and have a great day.